I have probably shot different versions of this video 5 times now, maybe more. And every time it just feels like I don't know what to say. It feels like it's not good enough. Yeah, I know it's silly because it's not about me. It's not about what I say. I feel like I have to say something. Because by staying quiet, nothing changes. And I'm sick and tired of looking at the news and seeing someone else being prejudiced, being emotionally hurt, being physically attacked, not just by the cops, but by people. By the people of this country that believe that because the commander-in-chief says it's okay, that they have a voice to hurt others. I'm sick of that. It's tiring, it's draining, and none of us should have to endure that. There's better things that we could be using our energy and our time for instead of going back to the why. Why do you hate me so much? I think that's how a lot of black people are feeling right now. Why? And at this point, I don't even think that it's just the why. At this point, honestly, I don't think they care. Honestly, I may be wrong, but it's a safe bet to say that at this point they're just thinking, fine. You want to treat us like animals? Here's the animal now. Now you're gonna hear us. You haven't been paying attention. You were outraged when all we were trying to do was take a knee. You said it was disrespectful to the flag. Peacefully, to bring to light the issues that we are experiencing. Now this is what you get. I understand that. The violence, the anger. Now, I'm not saying that the protesters are doing this. I think there's groups out there of opportunists that are intoxicating and derailing the good-natured protests, the protests that need to be heard. So I'm not blaming the protesters, the ones that are out there actually trying to make a change with solidarity and peace and communication. I applaud you, I salute you, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I wish that you're safe while you're out there. But all these other people, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. But I get the frustration and I get the anger and I get the throwing of a bottle or just getting in a cop's face because you're not listening. You don't hear me. I get all that. And I get it from my own perspective. I've been profiled too. I've been prejudiced against. And you know what I do? Nothing. I keep quiet. I shut my mouth and I take it. Because the trouble that's coming my way, if I talk to the wrong police officer like that, if I try to waive my rights in his face, it's not worth it. It's really not. And I'm tired of not saying anything. I'm tired of being pulled over and asked, what gang did you belong to? Who was your last parole officer? If I pull up your record, are you sure you don't have an arrest warrant? And when I answer truthfully, no, officer, I don't, they look at me, dead in my eye, as if they're giving me one more chance, and they repeat it. Are you sure you don't have an arrest warrant? Sadness becomes frustration, becomes anger. If you haven't seen the video of what actually happened, you should educate yourself. You should go look at it. I'm gonna post a link down below. It's a breakdown of everything that happened, from the cops, from actually the shop owners confronting George Floyd about the fake $20 bill, to when the ambulance leaves the scene. So it's a breakdown of minute by minute of what happened. I watched it, and obviously it's graphic. You already know this. And if you haven't watched the video, the actual video yet of George Floyd, then just be aware that this is graphic. So I'll post that below. While I was watching that video and trying to digest what I was looking at, it's a snuff film. It's a film where you see someone die in front of your eyes, and you can't stop looking. Because we're like that, huh? As people, we're just like that. That's why those YouTubers that are out there filming the violence, the riots, the breaking into shops, millions of views on those videos. I thought about doing that, but I don't want to glorify it. I think there's enough of that. You see enough of it on the news. You see enough of it from other people. That's fine. I just don't feel like that is the best use of my time, and that I don't feel like that helps anything by showing you the destruction. I don't feel like I'm doing my job at all. And I think my job right now is to have a voice. That's everyone's job. Have a voice. Because this may not be affecting you today personally, but just remember, next time, it might be someone you love. It might be your brother, your sister. It might be my father. And then who's going to listen when I'm pleading for help? Because it's going to happen again. So right now is the time to have a voice. And right now is the time to make sure that the people in charge understand that things need to change, and that we're not going to go away until we see some change. But you gotta know what you're protesting for. If you go out there, you gotta have a clear voice. And I know we're angry at the cops right now. I know the energy is there. But personally, I don't think it's about defunding the cops. I think it's about empowering the cops to be better. Empowering the police system to hire people that are worth patrolling our streets. To hire police members that are good, kind-hearted people. That are there to look out and to take their job seriously and humbly. Not to hire a bully with a gun. Not to hire someone who barely finished high school and they have a chip on their shoulder about, but whatever, I don't know, I don't care. That's not the point. You keep hiring bad apples, you're going to get bad apples in your job. So whatever is going on, man, it just needs to change. I think the police system needs to be reformed, and I think these protests our way of showing how much behind we are on that. So if you don't have a voice right now, if you don't know what's going on, but you care, educate yourself. Go online, do some research. And you'll see that this keeps happening. And that's why the protests keep happening. Understand that. At this point, it's much bigger than that man. At this point, I see the possibility of change. And that's why the system is so scared. That's why the National Guard is here. That's why police have rifles. Because change is coming. And you gotta be a part of it too. It's everybody's responsibility. Look at the statistics. It's not just black people that get killed by the cops. It's white people too. It's brown people. Everyone. Because it's not color versus color. It's us, the people, versus a system that's supposed to protect us, that's systematically ending us. Go have a voice.